Emil, thank you very much for hosting the Weitwerk Nordic Challenge Steinfjord. But where are we exactly now?
We are at Camp Steinfjord. It's a rather large fishing camp on the edge of the island Senja. I think it's the second biggest island in Norway. So it's right between Tromsø and Lofoten.
Okay. The transfer time, as we know, is sort of 2.5 hours by ferry and 3.5 hours if one drives around the fjord. That's right, huh?
Yeah, it's about we have different airports we go from, but from Bardufoss you have about 1.5 hour to come from Bardufoss to here. And from Tromsø you have about, with the ferry, about 2.5 hour.
Yeah.
And if you go all the way around, it takes about 3.5 hour.
Okay. But you're Swedish.
Yeah.
And how come a young Swedish gentleman ends up running a fishing camp in Senja?
Yeah, that's a long story. But it all started with me and my colleague Jens. We came here fishing in 2018. So we were actually going to Slovenia to do fly fishing, but in the last second we decided to go to Norway and do fishing for halibut. So we came here in 2018, had a great week fishing, and before we left the camp we talked to the camp manager on site and we talked about the week, and we also talked about haven't seen a lot of people fishing here at that week. And they told us that they had a hard time getting people here to go fishing. So we called up the owners of the place, that's also Swedish. There were 3 people from Skellefteå that owned the place. So we talked to them about doing like hosted trips for 2019. So we decided to do some trips in 2019, and those trips went really well. We had great fishing and it was a fantastic time. So then we decided to go in as part owners of the fishing camp. So we had some trips in 2019 and did like, I think, 8 hosted trips here that year.
How many trips?
8.
8, okay.
8, yeah. So we did those trips and it was really good. And then we had the corona. So we had like the corona for a couple of years, didn't happen a lot. But then after the corona, it was a big boom. There were a lot of people wanted to fish. So the following years we went from like 200 fishing guests to today like around 800 fishing guests this year. So it's been a hard ride with the corona, but it's been a very steep hill up the last years.
Great. And the big difference here to the fishing camps that I know is that you offer full pension, you have a restaurant, where not just anglers come, but you also have normal tourists.
Yeah.
You have such a huge infrastructure here. What do you have everything?
Yeah. So if we talk about rooms and accommodation, we have 7 rooms that are like, you call it, I don't know what you call it in English. Rooms with shared kitchen and shared beds.
So it's a bit like a hostel.
Yeah, a bit like a hostel. You have like the kitchen you share, and you have like the showers and the toilets that you share upstairs. So you have 7 rooms like that.
Then which makes it also a lot less expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot less expensive, and if it's good for like hikers and people that don't necessarily are like here for 2 weeks. They are here like 2 nights, and then it's a good way of doing it. Then we also have apartments that's with 2 bedrooms, 4 beds, their own kitchen, their own shower and toilet. They are like about 50 square meters, so pretty big apartments. And then we also have one villa. It's like a holiday house for 8 people. So a little bit bigger, where you have your own kitchen and bath and toilet.
Okay.
So in total there is 56 beds on the facility. So it's pretty big.
Yeah. And then you have a restaurant.
Yeah.
A bar.
Yeah.
A tackle shop.
Yeah.
Where's it going from there?
Yeah, and we also have in the other building, we have a big a place where you can handle the fish. So it's a fish cleaning room. And we also have a dressing room where you can dry your clothes with humidifier and fans and everything, so it dries fast.
Yeah.
We also have a big freezer room where you can freeze the fish.
What temperature is that?
Oh, that's good. Don't know what temperature.
Okay. Well, I was in there. It's very cold.
Yeah, it's very cold, and it's a lot faster to freeze the fish in that room than doing it in like freezer boxes. So
Yeah,
that's good.
It's really huge. And there's also you have a fishing tackle shop.
Yeah, and we sell most brands, not all of them, but we sell like Savage Gear. We have Prey, that's a Norwegian brand. We also sell CWC. We have Storm. We have a couple of more brands, but
So there's brands that Scandinavian anglers know very well, but also some brands that European anglers know well. But I find interesting as well is the range of tackle you have, because you don't just do cod and coalfish or cod, coalfish, halibut, but you've also got plaice.
Yeah.
So you've got, I've seen the range of tackle that's can be rented out. It's good quality tackle, and it goes from light plaice fishing up to big halibut. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, and the brands we use when we do like rental stuff, we use mainly Shimano reels, because we see that those reels tend to work for a long time instead of buying like cheaper brands. Yeah. So it's Shimano reels and mostly Penn rods. So that's the two brands we use the most.
Yeah, good. You have flotation suits.
Yeah.
Wellington boots.
Yeah.
There's also a tackle room with a huge table. Yeah. So if a couple of people or a group want to stand around and do some traces or work out some lures or different systems and stuff, that's possible. Yeah.
But we also do that. It's important. We also do that so you don't have to do it on the room, because if you have like fishing gear in the rooms, you will have things everywhere. Yeah. Now you have a big place where you can sit and do your tackle. Yeah. And it's also a place, same as the restaurant, where people tend to meet each other and stand talking. Yeah, yeah. So it's a good place for making new contacts.
Yeah, yeah. And the whole setup's really good.
Yeah, we really try now to expand the operation, and everything we do now when we expand, we try to do like we would want to have it when we go to a fishing camp. We would like to have like a fish cleaning room that's inside with a lot of space. So, and we would like to have a big drying room, so you don't have to go out the next day with a half wetsuit. It's no fun. So we really like to think of it like how we would want it.
Yeah, and I think the fish cleaning room is probably the best I've seen up to now. It's very well lit. Yeah. If somebody's filleting messer is blunt, filleting knives is blunt. You've got filleting knives there. Yeah. There's steels there for sharpening the knives. Yeah. It's very, very well organised. And where do you see yourself going in the future? What's your goal?
Yeah, that's a good question. But we think of this like not only a fishing camp. We would like this to be like a place for people that comes to the region to come here and try different stuff. Fishing is maybe the main thing we do, but we also would like people to come here to experience like everything about Senja. You have great hikes in the mountains. You have the fishing that we do mostly.
What did you catch the other day? You went up with a couple of guys in the mountains?
Yeah, we were up in a pretty big lake up in the top of the mountains, and we caught a lot of sea trout. Not sea trout. Sorry, trout, and we caught some Arctic char in some lakes. And like yesterday, we were in a bigger lake that's connected to the river on Senja, and we caught sea trout and we caught salmon. So there is a lot of things to catch on the island.
I mean, you were there for what, half a day, and you caught 2 salmon?
Yeah, 4 hours, and we got 6 sea trout and 2 salmon, and we lost a couple.
Fantastic. What we have almost forgotten is the boats.
Yeah. We have, in total, we have 13 boats. So 10 boats is Kværnøy 615 with 115 horsepower Mercury Sea Pro engines. The engines is 2 years old, and the boats is like 6 years. Then we also have 2 newer boats, All Marine 760.
With T-tops.
Yeah, with T-tops, and it's 200 horsepower Suzuki engines.
Yeah.
And then we have the really big one. It's a guide boat. It's 830 long, and his has 250 horsepower Suzuki engine.
Yeah.
And it also has a front-mounted electric engine, so you can do like drifts a little bit better. You can lock your spot when you're out, like spin fishing for halibut or for coalfish. So it makes the fishing a lot easier. Yeah, and in the fishing camp we also have a big space where you can set like camper vans or stuff like that, or tents to use the facility. Like if you are tenting around the island, it's a little bit hard to find like showers and stuff, but at our place you can put up your tent and you can use the showers and the toilets. And also we have on the same place we also have saunas and bathtubs. Those you can also use when you are hot tubs when you use our facilities. So both the people doing the camping and the people that lives on the facility can use both saunas and hot tubs outside. So we have 2 hot tubs and 1 sauna, but we're buying 1 more sauna now for next year.
Great.
Yeah, it's
Great.
good.
Wow, it's like a holiday heaven.
Yeah, and it's really nice when you've been out fishing the whole day.
Yeah.
Maybe you are here in like March, April doing the scray fishing and it's very cold.
Yeah.
And you can come inside and then go out in a warm hot tub or in the sauna. That makes the day a lot better.
Oh yeah. Hot tub, light snow.
Yeah.
Looking out the field. Very nice. I think I'll be back here.
Yeah, it's nice.
And another point that's very interesting, I find, is that it's the first time I've been in a Swedish camp, a camp that's run by a Swedish company. The guides are fantastic.
Good. Thank you.
But that's no accident, is it? Because they're trained as guides.
Yeah.
It's a profession.
Yeah, it really is. And now in Norway, you also have to have licenses to be guiding. So we have 3 people in the company that went last year to do the licenses for doing guiding the right way in Norway. So every person that's out guiding has the license to do it. And we only do the guiding from 3 boats, and that's the 3 biggest boats because they have all the necessary stuff to do the guiding. They have lifeboats and SART and everything like that.
Great. Okay. Once again, thank you very much for hosting Livework Nordic Challenge Senja. Fishing is fantastic and it's a wonderful place to stay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.